I have a young nephew who's 3 years old, and he loves when my brother drives on the motorway. He loves going on the M5 and the M4. And he loves going on these motorways because he loves seeing the works that are being done. He loves diggers. He loves all of the earth machinery that's been going on for months and years on these motorways. And they'll continue to go on. It seems like they finish one job and they begin another one. But he loves them. And oh, there's another digger. It's quite amusing to sit in the car with him. The prophet Isaiah says that we should make a highway for the Lord, that there needs to be preparations so that you can have a good highway. And we've all noticed, I've noticed it for years, we've had all these infrastructure building that's been going on. It takes a long time to build these highways. And the highways, the motorways that we have, require a lot of effort. And sometimes you drive along them, you get to go 110. Sometimes you get to go 100. But then sometimes we've got to go extra slow. And they tell us we've got to go 40. And it's frustrating. But we know, at least I know, and I'm sure we all know as well, whether you've thought about it or not, that when we go slow, it's preparing something for something great to come. There will be a smooth path ahead. Over the last 12 months, we were told we had to slow down. We're on a journey, not to get from the airport to Parramatta, but we're on a journey to eternal life. And John the Baptist comes to prepare the way for the coming of Christ, to prepare us not just for Christ, but for Christ's kingdom. And sometimes we get to go quickly on the journey, but sometimes we need to slow down and take it all in. Recently we had to slow down. But we slowed down not because someone just thought it was a good idea to put the brakes on. We slowed down because we want to get to the destination. We want to get not just down to wherever we're going on the motorway. We want to get to heaven. And our second reading today talks about how there's this tension about having to wait. Having to go slow is annoying. It's frustrating. It's been frustrating for me in the car at times, but the last many months has been frustrating as well. But I know this has been an act of charity on behalf of all of us because we want to bring as many people with us to safety on this journey. At times people say the church should reflect more the signs of the times. We should move more quickly. But I think writing in this second reading, and even this first reading today, to make a highway takes a long time. It did 2,000 and 3,000 years ago, and it does even today. And it takes a long time because we want to make sure the workers are kept safe, that the road is safe, so that the most number of people possible can come along this highway and safely get to their destination. And so it takes a long time. So we're called to have patience. When you feel like the church hasn't updated fast enough, know that the church is moving slowly so that we can bring more people with us. It's been interesting over the last 12 months, our restrictions have moved slowly. Some would say we should have been where we are now maybe 3 or 4 months ago. But we've moved slowly so that we can bring everybody with us, so that everyone's safe and that no one sort of feels like they're left behind. On Monday of this week, the rules will change again, even for our church. And the Archbishop announced just a couple of days ago that the dispensation that was given in terms of participating in Mass will be lifted. The people are really encouraged now to be able to come to Mass. This is in New South Wales, or at least in Sydney. For those watching in other parts of the world where you're still in lockdown or still not able to get to church, live streaming continues. And we'll continue to live stream especially for those who watch overseas. But as we move over the next few weeks, we're called to take a few more steps. We no longer have to be in the roadwork area where it's 40 kilometres an hour. We can start to go a little bit faster. And that's because we went slow for a period of time. Our faith is not just about the roadworks. It's about actually getting to the destination. It's getting to Christmas, but it's getting to the celebration of Christ's Mass. And that's what Christmas is. Christ's Mass in heaven. To celebrate heaven. And that's what we celebrate at Christmas. The celebration of God coming amongst us so we have a path to get to heaven. And it's a beautiful thing. In a moment, we'll have the baptism of two beautiful little children. And we thank their parents, we thank their godparents, we thank their grandparents for helping to prepare a path of faith for these children. Like John the Baptist, who prepared the way for the coming of Christ, these children have been prepared by their parents, by their grandparents, by the people of faith. But like our highways, that sometimes we need a little bit of road work as well to keep us going on that journey. And so the parents and the godparents and the grandparents and all of us will continue to support these children on that journey of faith so that they will get to the destination, not just getting to today, but they will get to heaven as well. And it's such a joyful thing. So thank you to the parents and the godparents and the grandparents today to committing to faith today, to committing to the faith of these two beautiful children and to supporting them today, but supporting them throughout that journey. Like my little nephew who loves to see the diggers, when we see things at work in the church, it sometimes brings a joy to some people. As a church, we're called to not just stay put. We're called to be on the move. We're called to be active. We're called to work. All of us are called to contribute. And we do that through our prayer, but we also do that through active charity. So as we prepare in the next few weeks before Christmas, let us prepare through having perhaps moments of silence, but also have moments of being active, knowing that we're part of the work, we're contributing to the building of this great highway that helps people to get from this world to eternity.